and I am back with another unconventional cut file usage video for you guys today. And today I am going to turn this dragonfly into a lightning bug. And what I have here is a cute little lighting kit that was gifted to me by my BFF, my best friend Janae. And she purchased these cute little squared lights that I have to tell you guys really don't work on this type of project. So I have to manipulate it quite a bit. So a lot of this is cut out. But she did check out this Cricut Scribe. And instead of using the copper tape, you're supposed to just be able to draw your circuitry on there. And so I'm a little skeptical, but I'm going to give it a try and see if it works. Now, I do have these little lights in yellow and white as well. So I'm going to keep using the yellow ones because this is supposed to be a lightning bug. And the last time I saw one, which was many, many moons ago, I've only seen one I've only ever seen them once in my life. So anyways, these ones here are supposed to be sticky in the back, but I couldn't remember if they were like blinky or solid. So I'm not going to use those. I'm going to keep trying these little squares. I've done this before with a little light bulb. I tried to make 3 little lights light up, and then I ended up having to make it to where there were 2 little lights instead, and it works just fine. My kids loved it so much in the scrapbook album that we wore out the battery. Anyways, I'm going to use some Inklings and some Creamies. The Inklings are Blew My Mind, and the Creamies is Dandelion. Then I'm going to bring in the Vibes Hot Fudge. And the colorings, Little Yellow School Bus. I love that yellow color in Little Yellow School Bus. It is beautiful. Holy cow. Anyways, so I'm also going to be coloring some pretty thick vellum. Now this vellum is from Stampin' Up, and it is thicker than most vellums out there. I don't know the weight on it or anything, but I do know that it's like cardstock thick. Wow. And then I'm also going to put the whole thing, the circuitry and everything on this black cardstock. So first thing I did was traced out my dragonfly so that way I could paint it. And I'm going to paint the wings in the Blew My Mind, which I have to say that is the perfect name for this color. It is a beautiful aqua blue, and it's got gorgeous gold flakes in it. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. And then while that is drying, I am going to, while my paints are setting up, because I forgot to spray them before I started the video, I am going to paint my dragonfly in the Hot Fudge. I didn't know what outline to do, and I thought black was going to be a little bit harsh, all that stuff. Now, I don't have a project in mind for this little lightning bug. I just saw the dragonfly and thought, oh my gosh, I have to make a lightning bug. It is just the cutest little thing. It was the perfect size and everything for this project. However, I don't have any intention of using this because we don't have lightning bugs here. We don't, I don't even know what the real names are called, honestly. But we don't have any of that here, and I'm not sure where we go to see them. Anyways, I just don't have a project in mind. So I know that that's going to be the first thing that's going to be commented on or asked or all that stuff. Wish I could use it in a project. Well, I don't have one. It was just something fun I wanted to do for a cut file. Honestly, I love making these little paper projects that light up in all honesty. All right, so my pots are all ready to go. This is that beautiful Blew My Mind with all those gorgeous, I don't know how to describe them. It's like a greeny gold shimmer to them. You guys, I have to say, I love the style of shimmer that's in here. It is not, it's not glittery. I don't know. It's not girly, if that's the best way to say it. I'm not really sure, but I am loving these little pots. All it took was somebody to tell me that they're just watercolor, and oh yeah, I've already got an idea of how, to make like a palette for them. That way, when I go to make them, they're secure and I don't feel like they're going to fall over or anything like that. So anyways, just thinking outside the box, and such. Painting my little dragonfly that is going to be turned into a lightning bug. Well, actually, I think I've already turned it into a lightning bug. I just haven't lit it up yet. And I'm just using all of these watercolors to paint the vellum, trying to keep the vellum as straight as possible. I do end up going off camera and drying it because I get a little bit impatient, and that causes the right wing to curl ever so slightly. But I'm taking that Blew My Mind yet again and splattering my wings now. Now, I have to tell you, vellum doesn't soak in the color like paper does. So when I go off camera and dry those splatters, they actually bubble rather than soak into the paper, which I think is a really cool effect, especially for the wings. I also used the dandelion on the body, and I felt like it wasn't too dark, so I brought in the little yellow school bus, and it was the perfect yellow. All right, so then I traced out my cut file onto this black cardstock. I also traced a little bit of the inner wings, so that way I knew where to put my circuitry in order to get it hidden by the cut file. So luck be it that the head of this little guy is the perfect size for this battery. Then I remembered that I had this tab punch that is yet again the perfect size for this battery. It's like, really, this project was meant to be. I'm just saying. So I cut out one of these, and I have to tell you guys that my punch was uber super dusty, so I had to take it off camera, and it was so embarrassing. Good thing you guys didn't get to see it all, but where I store my punches, they do get a little bit dusty because they're way down low, and so my dogs are down low as well. I feel like that's why they attract so much more dust than normal items in my scrapbook room. But I keep them that way. That way, if they fall down or fall off, they don't break, because I do have a hardwood floor underneath or on top of a cement floor in my scrap room. And in all honesty, I have had one of my punches fall off of the bars that I used to keep them on, and just totally shatter. So I do keep them very low now, but because of my wonderful four-legged children, I feel like my room gets a little bit more dustier. All right, so off camera, I went and played with the scribe pen, and what I found out was that you have to scribble a really huge dot in order for it to just recognize the fact that there's a battery underneath it. And after you scribble for a while, just like a ballpoint pen, it stops working. So I thought, you know what, I'm not going to play with this. There's no way. So I'm going to go to my tried and true with my copper tape and just create my circuitry. And I had to cut the tape in half, so that way it was skinny enough to be hidden by the cut file. And then, of course, my white paper definitely is going to stick out on the head portion. And I totally forgot that I needed to erase my pencil line, but I'll figure that out later. But right now, what I'm trying to figure out is that even before I had an opportunity to push down on my button, the light was coming on, and what it was that my copper wire was touching the side of the battery rather than the top of the battery. Then, of course, when I moved it, I broke the tape because it is a very soft tape. So I went ahead and I fixed it all up. Now, this is the part where it really annoys me, is there has to be pressure on this light at all times. What I do to get the negative and the positive side of the light to light up is I have to curl that tape, and because the tape is sticky, that's how I get it to stick to the project. I also put a little dab of glue in the center of it, so that way, and I mean tiny bit of glue, you guys, that way it stays put, but it's really the tape of the copper wire that's holding it together. However, it still needs pressure being put on it in order for it to stay lit up when I push it, so I don't have to push the battery and the light at the same time. So I have to use double-sided Terran tape to do this project. It's always been the double-sided Terran tape. Well, the Terran tape tape, you know, the cover is white and it shows through on my belly, and I didn't like it. So in the end, after I put this project together, I end up taking that tape off, and once I did that, it loosened something up. So now I have to add pressure to the backside of my light in order to get it to light up. I just wanted to tell you guys, because in the video, it's perfect and it works because I hadn't taken that tape off yet. Of course, off camera I do. And then of course my children come in and they pushed on the light and ripped my vellum, and oh my gosh, it's a fun project to do, but I should have put it in a scrapbook page or wherever I was going to do with it so it didn't get damaged like that. But it's not really noticeable. I think I'm the only one that notices it. My other 3 children didn't even notice that it was ripped. But they still thought that it's the coolest thing, right? It's this little lightning bug that lights up, and I am so super stoked at how it looked. I love the painted vellum. I especially love the splatters on the vellum and how they turned out. It was a fun project, you guys, and I had so much fun doing it. Anyways, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I really, truly appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed this fun little project, like I said, with no intention whatsoever to where I was going to put this bug. I just wanted to make it. So anyways, be sure to check out Janet Fritz and see what she is doing over on Galaxy Girl Creations here on YouTube. Check out what she is doing with her unconventional cut file usage. I cannot wait to see what she has in store for today, and I will check y'all later. Bye!